My name is Jay Helfert, and I'm going to be with you all day today. So, mabuhay and welcome to the Philippines, and great pool. The second match today will be Michael Feliciano and Oliver Villafuerte. Here we go. Here's our players. They will start with a lag for the break. Today's matches are a race to 15. Long matches. We play alternate break. Good lag. I kind of like Patrick here. Let's see. This is close. No. Koping Chung gets the first break. So the way you keep track is he'll break on all the even games. Right now the score is 0-0, so that's an even score. After the first game, on the odd games, will be Patrick breaking. I have a special guest commentator joining me here. Say hello, Butch.
Hey, good afternoon, or rather, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, whichever the case may be, wherever you are in the world. And this is the first match, the first break-off from Koping Chung of Taiwan, and he scratched. Right, this is Manny Argonza, okay, on the call here with the legendary Jay Helfert. Good afternoon, Jay.
Thank you, Manny. Well, I said hello already, but thank you so much for the introduction. I appreciate it. Scratched on the break, so Patrick's going to start with ball in hand. Up.
Ooh.
Now, that's something you are going to rarely see. A player miss a ball with ball in hand. Bad start.
Oh, yeah. Bad start for both players. I don't know which is worse, the one on scratching on your first break or missing a ball in hand.
Well,
Koping Chung is taking a look at this. I don't think he's going to have any problems putting this in, even if he has to go rail first.
Oh yeah, he's got a full ball here. He's looking at the best way. I think if he goes rail first here, oh, you know what? He's afraid of double kissing it, so he's going to hit the ball and try to just go.
Oh, he spun it in. Put a ton of spin on that to throw the two ball into the pocket.
He opted to take this long shot up table. I thought he would try to get above the 3 ball, but now he's really got to give this one a lot of thought.
Well,
he's going to shoot it to the upper left so he can get good position on the 6. He can just let the cue ball roll over to the right side rail. Hit it perfect. He hit it perfect.
Shot. Great shot. The skill of this young man.
These guys have been waiting in the wings for a couple hours for this match to start, so they look like they need to get loosened up a couple games here.
So this is the warm-up rack?
This is the real deal.
A warm-up rack with points. And 2 rail follow shot there. He's in great shape here for the 8 to take his first point. 8 and 9, just about there. Okay. And this to open his account here on this first semifinals, Koping Chung, 9 ball down.
You can take it? Good. Manny, thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure, Jay.
And now I'm joined by my esteemed colleague and a regular pool commentator all over the world, Mr. Mark White.
Well, I tell you what, I have a reason. I'm late. I know I'm late. Better late than never. I'm so sorry, but I have a very, very good reason for it.
Fess up.
I've been chatting to the Taiwanese. I don't really know the right title to give him, but he's big in the federation, and he's been giving me lots and lots of inside information. I've got some golden nuggets about the Koping Yi and Koping Chung and Koping Han. I know lots of information about them now.
Lay it on us, baby.
After the break.
This is... Oh, okay, we got a break. Here we go. Patric Gonzales to break. Down 1 game. Nice break. Legal break. But as you can see, the 1 ball's on the end rail. And he's really got no pocket. He's got a full look at the 1 ball. So what you're going to see next is some kind of safety here. He'd like to shoot the 1 ball away, Mark, and leave the cue ball behind that 4 and 8 if he can. And I think he's going to be able to do that. Let's see.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Up. No, the cue ball got out a little bit. He wanted to put it behind the 4.
Oh, he's
Fortunately,
had a stroke of luck.
yeah, fortunately, I think Ko is blocked by the 9 ball. I'm not so sure. There might be a little window through there. Let's see if we can see this. No, the 9 looks like it's got him like a hey. Well, it's close. Look at that. That's real good camera work there. Thank you so much. He might be a silly millimeter away from being able to make this ball. Now he's shooting at it. He's shooting at the 1 ball. Boy, you got to have good eyes to do that, and he did it too.
How well has he struck that to hold it at that speed? You know, beautiful. What a lovely shot.
And look at that. He straightened it on the 3 up in the corner. He's got to hold the cue ball about right there where it is, where the 3 ball is, to shoot the 4 next.
He needs to be pinpoint here, doesn't he, Jay?
I think it's just a stop shot. Let's see.
Maybe back a few inches, maybe.
Oh, no, he
he's
can't.
going all the
Oh,
way.
he's moving all the way
Look at
over.
that.
He's not taking any chances.
Just caught the 5 ball, but he's okay. Looking good for a 2-rack lead. Race to 15 now, of course. This is it's a serious race, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And he had quite the route.
That was it. That was it. Yeah, that was kind of the difficult shot right there. That one, and once he negotiated that, looks pretty good. As long as he stays off the rail, he wants to keep that cue ball in play.
His route to the final, Jolo Aspuria in the very first round, and then Bui Trong An from Vietnam was his next opponent. J.C. Garcia, Israel Rota, James Arenas, of course, and then in the last 16, No Kioi was his victim.
That's like 6 matches in a row right there. Oy is the one that knocked out Fedor Gorst.
He is, yeah, 11-9, wasn't it? Close match. That
Yes.
was still going when our match finished. I remember going out and seeing the tail end of it.
We had a lot of great players in this tournament, but the only foreign player, non-Filipino, left is the man at the table right now.
Here's another stat for you. Out of the 128 starters, 68 of them were Filipino. 61 made it through to the final 64, I believe.
Wow. Now that's a powerful stat right there. 61 of 68 made it to the final 64.
Yeah. And then 14 of the last 16 were Filipino, and 3 of the last 4 are Filipino as well. So that shows the standard, doesn't it, of pool in the Philippines. Terrific.
Well, we're in the pool capital of the world right here. This is a great shot here. He drew over to have a good open shot at that 4
wasn't
ball.
too shabby either, was it? That 5 ball close to that rail, Jay.
He handled it all well. He's ahead 2-0.
Back with rack 3, guys, very shortly. See you soon. Welcome back to the Sharks International Nineball Open here in the Mecca of Pool, Manila, and hopefully, well, it's been the home of many thrillers over the years, hasn't it, for lots of different sports. And we're playing Nineball here, part of the World Nineball Tour from Matchroom. Race to 15, 30,000 to the winner, and it's not too shabby for the loser here. Goes home with 7.5.
7,500. The winner guaranteed 15,000. So there's 7,500 extra U.S. dollars on the line in this match right here. Well, I'm not sure what he's lining up here. I don't think he can make anything. I'm kind of surprised he's not pushing out. He's trying to do something. Let's see what kind of safety he's going to come up with here. He's got a plan. Well, I don't like that result, and I don't think he likes it either.
Won't like it either. Patric Gonzales might, though. Devil Boy, that's his nickname, and what a route to the semi-finals he's had. His first scalp, Aloysius Yap, in round one, and then, well, they just get better and better. Duong Quoc Hong, the Vietnamese #1, he was his next victim. Jeffrey Ignacio, Mark Mendoza in a hill thriller, and Paul John Ladow in quite a tight match last night, 13-11.
He tried to get position to play this combination, 9 on the side. He didn't get exactly where he wants, but he's shooting at it anyway. Let's see if he can make the 9-ball and get on the board. He did. Perfect.
Yeah, great.
Thanks to that error by Chung on that safety try. It looked to me, Mark, like he was trying to just come off the top of that 2-ball real thin and hide behind the other ball, but he hit it way too full. That was a tricky little shot. Watch this. See, he's trying to hit it real thin and go behind the 6. He didn't want to bump the 6 like that.
Yeah. And then a nice way to earn your first rack. A nice quick one with a 3-9 combo. And we're going to be back with rack number 4, guys, very soon. You don't want to miss one single ball of this.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm happy for you. I am.
Watching back, Patric Gonzales to break off, 32 years old. And I've just worked out a nice little sum for you guys watching. Each rack they win, it's a race to 15. Every rack they win is worth $500. They need, 7,500 difference in the prize money. If they go on to win it, it's $500 for every single rack they win.
There you go. Nice break here. Check this one out. I'll take that every time. All the balls are out in the open. And the one ball's right hanging in the jaws of the pocket. He can slide down table for the 2. That's it. Go. Very nicely done. He went around the 3 ball. got a little bit more angle than he would have wanted on the 2, which makes it the position from the 2 to 3 a little bit more difficult. He's going to have to go a couple rails at least to get on this 3 ball. I don't think he can hit it slow enough. I think he's got to go all the way down to the end rail and come out above the 3. Let's see. No, he missed. He tried to hit it slow, and look what happened. He may have gotten away with this, though.
He was trying to cheat the pocket, wasn't he? He's trying to hit it a bit fuller so that he could hold for the 3, and he still didn't hold for the 3.
Oh, Coe
he
can see
get
this.
through to this, yeah. He's
yeah,
okay.
he can see it. He can see the edge of the ball. That's all he needs.
Well, look at there's no problems here. Look, 3 and 4, quite close to each other. 5 by the 4, and then back down the business end to finish the rack.
Mark, the way that 2 ball's sitting on the rail, though, he may have to cut that in. I don't know if he can just. He's got to be careful with his cut shot. Yeah, he hit it good. He hit the very edge of the ball, and he's perfect on the 3 now. No problem now.
Yeah, looking good, isn't it, for 3-1. And we often talk about getting that 2 rack cushion.
Both players have made a couple inadvertent errors already. And each time they've done that, it's been a gift to the opponent. And this looks like another gift from Gonzalez to Chung. And this is his way of saying thank you.
Yeah, and he owes a debt of gratitude as well to his older brother, Ko Pin-Yi, who is in fact his coach. And Ko Pin-Yi's coach was his father. I just found out a little while ago. And he used to take him to all the pool rooms around Chinese Taipei to find the best players he could possibly find for his son to play against. And how important is that, Jay?
Many cases I've seen, it's the father that guides the son into the game. They started at a very young age. I know these guys, the Ko brothers started all before they're 10 years old. They've already got a pool cue in their hand and they're playing.
Yeah, 8, I think. Ko Pin-Yi started at, so you're dead right there. And I'm going to give you a nice little fact about that man there when we come back after we've had another little look at this rack. What a miss that was, look. He missed it by some way, didn't he? It's almost like, was he playing safe off it? I don't mean to be horrible, but...
A lot of the misses I've seen the last couple of days have been balls that were undercut. They just didn't cut him enough, like that one.
And he has got that 2 rack cushion, and we're going to find out if he can extend it after a very short break. And Ko Ping-Chung will be breaking when we come back, guys.
Here we go. Game number 5. Ko Ping-Chung to break, leading 3-1 early in this first semifinal match. He's breaking the balls good. I saw him out there practicing before the match, Mark, and mostly he was working on his break.
Yeah, and the last break I saw him make before he walked into this arena was a golden one as well.
He made 3 balls on that break.
Yeah. He's now playing 6 ball.
And got a good shot on the 1.
I mean, we all know the scalps that Patric Gonzales, that man in your picture there, he's taken some huge scalps this week. He needs to take another one here, and it hasn't started. It was not going according to plan, and really. Ball in hand miss in the first rack. I mean, that you very rarely see from a pro. I've done it a few times. I'm sure you have as well, Jay, have you?
That's I hate that. No comment. But I doubt that will happen more than once in the whole tournament, and we just saw it.
And the table they're playing on is a Rason Acura.
Young Cole looks like he's rolling pretty good right now. He'd like to build on that lead. I like that. I like the way he killed that ball. Nice touch. Put a little suction on this cue ball here. No problem.
Got into that, didn't he? Beautiful shot.
When you see a guy dropping the cue ball like that in perfect line, you know he's in stroke.
Well, Ko Ping Chung is pinpoint position at the moment. Great stuff. Now, I promised you a little fact about Ko Ping Chung. Now, if you notice, we've got Ko Pin Yi, Ko Pin Han, but why do we have Ko Ping Chung?
I never really thought about that.
Exactly. It's a slip up by immigration. They spelt his name wrong, so he's got a different name to his 2 other brothers because of a spelling error by immigration. What a lovely little story that is, huh?
So it's supposed to be just Ko Pin.
Ko Ping Chung, yeah. Ko Pin Yi and Ko Pin Han. Anyway, we'll be back with or without a G after a very, very short break.
Rack number 6 coming right up. Ko Pin Yi's pulled out to a 4-1 lead. What you got there, Devil Boy? Well, that looked a lot like his break, his first break. He left the 1 on the end rail. I don't think he made anything.
He didn't make anything.
No. Now, can Ko play a safety off this 1 ball? Let's see. Does he have a look at it? Not really. We may see our first push out of this match. So Ko can roll the cue ball anywhere he wants right now. And Patric will have the option to take it or give it back. Let's see what he does here. Oh, I think Patrick's going to take this. I think what we'll see, Mark, is he's going to come across the one ball, banking the one ball back to the other end of the table, and use the the 5 ball to hold the cue. He wants the cue to stop again. Maybe I'm
I'm
wrong.
calling it the other way.
Where he's going to
Use
hit the other side.
Yeah,
of the one
use the 5 to hold the 1. But you're right. He's made
ball.
the 5.
He made the 5.
What a great
he
shot.
made the 5. Well, we both got it wrong. We're 0 for 2 there on that one.
That's good for me.
It looked like he was actually playing that. The way he hit it, it looks like he played it.
Yeah, especially the place he played it at.
Yeah, and notice how the balls ended up. So he was not playing a safety. He was shooting all the way. Nice position right there.
Yeah, and he ended up rushing that. Did you remember yesterday when we saw that really interesting long time he took for the push out, and then his opponent came in, missed. He gave it back without even having a look at it. I think it was Aranis, wasn't it? It was James Aranis.
Yeah.
Gave it back without even looking at it, and Ping Chung then went off the rail to make the one ball. You remember that?
Right.
Very, very important part of the game, the push out. It's a science, isn't it? It's clever. And that time, Ping Chung didn't see it.
The balls are spreading good now. On the break shots, they're spreading out real good. We're not seeing a lot of balls jammed up together. Makes the run out a little bit easier this way. Let's see if he can hold it together for these last 4 balls. The closer you get to winning, the closer you get to losing the game. You must, once you start a run out like this, you must complete it.
I've got a question for you in a minute. Be prepared for lots of questions today, Jay. I feel in an inquisitive mood.
Oh, God, here comes 20 questions. Let's go.
Oh, I'll have to get you to take part in my 30-second shot clock little quiz, my little feature. I'm going to
Okay.
revive that, I think, during this semi-final.
Okay. Nice position. He can reach right across the table here, no problem. He's probably going to spin 2 rails out of the top right corner and shoot the 9 in the side. Let's see. Yeah, see where he's looking? Low right English. Watch this. Watch this. There you go. That's the one shot you want to be straight in on is the 9 ball. Everything else you want an angle.
Here we go. Reduces it back to just a 2-rack lead now for Ping Chung. Patric Gonzales.
Cool shot there.
It will be, though, Ping Chung breaking when we return for the next rack.
He wobbled that 2 ball.
Yeah, he stretched the pocket slightly there, didn't he, with that one? Very, very fluent player. Doesn't take much time. We're in for a treat. 2 semi-finals today and our final tomorrow, guys. Don't go anywhere. We're back soon.
Here we go. Rack number 7. Ko Ping Chung leading 4-2 and a race to 15 this today. See how solid he's breaking those balls? Wait a second. That's not a legal break.
It's dry.
That was not a legal break, and it's dry. So
Sounded
now,
a bit funny to me.
Yeah.
Didn't sound like a really, really tight rack, that one.
Now, Mark, Patric has his option here, does he not? Because it's an illegal break? That's what I thought. He can either take it or give it back to Ko. But with the one ball being out and open like this, he is going to take it. Now, you see, these balls are a little bit jammed up down here. The 4 and the 6.
Yeah, they're awkward. Not sure it's got a pocket. It might have a pocket when this one's gone because it might go up to the top right. And the 3
He missed
is
it.
nearby.
He missed it. He missed it. He left a shot for Ko.
Yeah, be interesting to see how he plays this. If he can get short side on the 4, I think it goes. He's looking to move it even. Let's see, it's because it's nearby.
Use that 3 ball to move the 4 out.
So draw shot here. Back for the 2. Needs to get where he is now. Really needs an angle to come back down this way. Well, he hasn't got it. I don't think.
I
So
think he
now
can manufacture something though. Yeah.
he wanted to be on the other angle on this 3 though, didn't he? So that he could bump into the 4 maybe. See how he plays this. He's interesting.
I think he can cheat the pocket a little bit and draw back. Let's see. Yeah, like that. Like that. See, watch it spinning down a little bit.
Now, has he come enough? Does it pass the 6 maybe? No, you think?
You're right.
Well, he can always play safe as well, Jay, can't he?
We can't really see the angle here, but we'll see what he's doing.
He can run through this off the rail. He has played short side, so it goes. He's going to play safe, is he?
Stick the cue ball behind the 6. Or right on top of the 6. I'm kind of surprised he didn't try to break him up.
Yeah, he
But
can use the 8 here, can't he, to send the 4 ball over to the right-hand side of the table and just draw back behind the 6. There you go, just like that. Oh, he hasn't got it. Oh, that's a mistake, isn't it?
yeah, he bumped the 6 and he didn't want to. He wanted to draw behind it. He left a shot, but a little bit of a testy one here.
One of the coolest, calmest people I've ever met. Ping Chung.
He's got to try to make this 4 ball and draw back down for the 5. Like that. Ooh, he hit that ball good.
How well did he hit that? He hardly touched it. Timed it to perfection.
That's his best shot of the match so far right there. And it should win him this rack.
These guys were out practicing on the outer tables and actually asked Patric how the outside tables compare to the one in the arena, because obviously this one's in a glass box and it's totally self-contained. And he said the tables outside were playing sticky, but this one wasn't. I just saw him using chalk. Powder. Did you ever use powder, Joe? Did you use a glove?
Oh, yeah.
You don't.
No, I
you're not
never used a
wearer,
glove.
are you?
Never used a glove in my life.
We can be friends still, mate.
Yeah, I just used a little bit of powder right on my bridge fingers. That's all. That's all the place I needed it.
A lot of pool rooms now ban it.
And sometimes I didn't use it. I wanted to keep the shaft dry and my hands dry. If I could keep everything dry, I'd be fine. Looks like he's going 1 rail down table here. Yeah. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. Draw back within 1 game with this 9-ball. We've got a long way to go in this match.
It'll been asking why he's called Devil Boy, why that's his nickname, and no one will tell me. Do you know?
I don't know, and I've heard that name for a few years now. I first met him down in Manny Pacquiao's tournament in Shenzhen, and they said, that's Devil Boy. I said, really? I said, okay.
Yeah, there's the mistake that we saw, bumping the 6, as you said, Jay, when he was trying to get behind it, left the 4 on.
And then this good shot by Patric.
He hardly touched that, did he? Just timed it so well. We've got a match on our hands, guys. Just one rack in it. And he will be breaking when we come back after the short break. Can he level things up? And we're back, guys. Patric Gonzales, Devil Boy himself. Can he get a devilish break?
Hit those balls solid. And balls are going down everywhere.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, I say unfortunately. He has got a shot on the 2 ball. And he played a 4 ball similar to this in the last rack.
Watch this. 3 balls going down. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, he's
shot at the 2.
He's saying to Ping Chung, anything you can do, I can do as well.
This is not an easy shot right here. Shoot that 2 ball down the rail. And he's got to
follow it, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got to move the cue ball down table for the 4 too.
Oh,
wow,
look at this. Hug the rail. Brilliant shot.
Wow.
Both on top of their game by the looks of it, Jay.
Isn't that something, Mark? He made that look so easy, like that shot we saw in the last game. That was a triple tough shot, and he just hit it perfect. You're right. He's on his game.
High left on the cue ball, swinging it round 2 rails.
Well, after that 2 ball, he's in good shape.
We could be levelling up here. It could be 4-4 in a race to 15. So they've already reduced it to a race to 11. Tomorrow's final will be a race to 17.
Right now, these guys both look pretty sharp. We're going to see some. This is going to be a little bit of a slugfest. 2 good players going at it. They've had all week to get in stroke, and they both played several matches on this table. He's all right here. As long as he stays above the 9 ball, he's okay. for the tie. Right in the heart of the pocket.
4-1 to 4-4. Indeed, we have got a match on our hands. While we have a little look at the replay of this rack, I've got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
I've never heard the name Helfert before. Where does it come from? You've got 30 seconds.
There's very few Helferts in the whole United States, maybe 3 or 4. It's a German name, but actually my family name was Helfrich, Helfrich. But when my ancestors came to the United States in the 1890s, their pronunciation was not good, and the immigration officer thought that they said Helfert, and he changed the spelling of our name to Helfert. So that's where that name came from.
Perfect timing for us to go for a break. Koping Chung breaking when we come back after hours.
Koping Chung breaking the balls. It's all tied up now, 4-4. Nice break. One ball is going to hang up.
It's dry though.
Yep.
Jay.
He hit him solid.
I thought he just hit it a little bit thin, I thought.
Maybe so. Yeah, you're right. It's an illegal break. Only 2 balls. You got to eat 3 points, which includes balls across the head string and balls pocketed. And as you can see, 2 balls went across the head string, but nothing went down. Now, he's kicking at this 1 ball because he's got nowhere to play safe on it. It's a pretty big ball.
Yeah, I mean, he could hand it back, but he's not going to do it, is he? Because he thinks, can he not play this off the rail?
Oh, now
he's giving it back.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Ko kick at the ball.
Yeah. Well, he's got 2 now, hasn't he? He's got no option.
Well, he could try to shoot straight at it and try to play some kind of set. Yeah, he's going to kick. It's a pretty big ball. If he hits anywhere on that top side of the ball, it's going in. Looks good. Oh, no, it didn't. He double kissed it.
Wow.
He double kissed it and it stayed out.
It's not often you see a 9 ball up there, is it? Look, by the top left-hand corner.
Right. Yeah, very, very rare that you see at the top side of the table.
We've already had the UK Open. We've had the Spanish Open. We've got the European Open coming up, of course. But before that, we've got the Longoni Kisoko Open in
A lot
Bosnia.
of pro pool these days, right, Mark?
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
You shoot that 2 ball up there past the 9. The 9 actually gives him a little sideboard. So if he undercuts the ball and he happens to touch the 9, it's going in. Makes it a little bigger pocket. Pretty hard to miss this one. Doesn't matter where. Well, no problem there.
Difficult to miss it when you play it as accurate as that. Never touched the sides, did it? Never mind a ball. Perfect shot.
Draw straight back up the table for the 4 next. That's the 4 ball, the pink ball.
I'd be looking for an angle just to stun over for the 5 ball. Little stun draw. Hey, I know what I saw today on Facebook. A picture of Torsten Holman in first class on an aeroplane, and they say pool players don't have any money.
He got an upgrade, don't worry.
He's on his way to play in the European Open. It's in his home city, of course, in Fulda.
Right.
That's coming up on the 8th to the 13th, and it's a big $200,000 prize fund for that one. Ranking points as well.
Mark, these guys, the top pro players are flying all over the world, so they're all getting frequent flyer points. And that'll give them an upgrade once in a while. There's no really difference between them and the golfers and the tennis players in terms of travel. They have to fly all over the world. Of course, the prize money's not as big, but they can make a living. They can make a good living if you're a top player.
Wow. Trick shot.
He miscued. We haven't seen that.
Literally jumped over it.
That's carelessness.
The cue ball goes in and the 6 follows it. You won't often see that. That's a really, really bad mistake, isn't it? Maybe a little bit of head movement. Hopefully see that again.
He just was careless. He didn't cue well on the ball. He wasn't down on it good. We'll see that one again.
Yeah.
After this game's over. But that's 2, very strange errors. Missing with ball in hand and now miscuing.
One of the worst sounds you ever hear in your life is the sound of a miscue. That and a cue falling over on a ceramic tiled floor always makes me cringe. So, what a gift. Patric Gonzales could have gone into the lead. Instead of that, he's a rack down, and it will be Chung breaking next. Now, he's having a look at that cue ball.
Let's take a look at this. Watch this.
Look at that.
He just hit too low. He just went too low.
Oh, he was standing up, though, as well, wasn't he? Lots of
He's
movement.
looking like he didn't have chalk on the cue or something. I don't know. But it didn't look like he made a good hit on the cue ball. And it cost him the game. Really cost him 2 games. Instead of being 1 game ahead, he's 1 game behind now.
I was always told a difference between a professional and an amateur is a professional chalks his cue before he miscues. We'll be back. Gonzalez to break next.
Rack number 10 in this race to 15. Chung ahead 5-4. He kind of got gifted with that last rack thanks to Gonzalez's miscue. That'll weigh on your mind a little bit, let me tell you. Nice break there, one on the side. Legal break. He's got a shot at the 2, but I don't think I see any pocket for the 2. Let's take a look and see how this is. Yeah, I don't think he would. Look at the cue ball's buried in the jaws of that side pocket. He's looking to play a safe here. Hide the cue ball and the 2 ball. Yeah, he did a good job of it. Here comes a jump cue. First one we've seen in this match yet. I think he's going to try and jump bank this ball cross side. And this is a guy that can do it. Taking a long, hard look. He said, give me my extra 10 seconds. That's all they get for an extension is 10 seconds.
Yeah, unique to this event as far as I know. I mean, I've never heard of a 10-second extension before. Have you, Jay? In all your years of
I never
commentary?
have. Typically, an extension is they start the 30-second shot clock over again, and you get one per rack. And another thing that we used to see in most tournaments was if it went hill, you would get 2 extensions in that final game. Whether they're using that rule or not, I don't know.
Yeah, I know the WPBA, the Women's Professional Billiards Association, have just introduced the 40-second shot clock for the women's tour.
That's a lot of time.
With a 30-second extension. And also 2 if it goes hill, which is what you reminded me of there, Jay.
Well, Patric's in shape, but he was in shape just like this last rack, and
yeah, hopefully he's put that to the back of his mind. It might come to his mind when he reaches the 6 ball. Who knows?
He's going to draw over to the side rail like that. He did that well. He put a good draw stroke on that one. I got a feeling during the break between games he roughed up his tip a little bit, you know. Make sure it was holding chalk properly.
Yeah, maybe got his little tip tool out. Lots of them. Lots of different varieties of them, aren't there? Some people carry a myriad of paraphernalia in their cases.
And they got a lot of accessories.
Now then, he's got to draw off this 6. And it was this shot last time. He's going back for a bit of powder.
Just, you notice he just touches his finger in the powder. That's all he wants. Just a touch of powder. But I also see that he's really chalking his tip between shots now. Let's see. Got that chalk in his hand. See that? See that? He said, I'm not messing around anymore. Got to put a big stroke on this one. No problem. We are about to have another tie ball game. Well, he's pretty straight in. I think he's got just enough angle to force that cue ball up above the 9. Let's see. Or he's going to shoot in the side. If he can't, no, he's a. Oh my goodness! Oh,
can you believe what we've just seen? Twice now, he's had the chance, and you called it earlier in this rack when you said he's got a nice open table here, but so did he in the last rack. And what a mistake that is. Oh, dear.
You see how that table spit that ball out? These are tight pockets here, let me tell you. You better concentrate when you're shooting here, because these pockets will definitely reject the ball.
How's his speed? It's looking pretty good to me. It's looking very good. This 9 ball then to get back his 2 rack cushion. And in it goes. Well, Patric Gonzales must be feeling awful sat in that chair. Is he going for a timeout, or what's he doing? Look, here's another look at the 8 ball.
He just took that shot for granted.
He hit it very hard as well, didn't he?
Yeah, you see, he was totally focused on playing position, getting up for the 9, and look how he even went too far.
Could have taken his eye off it. Anyway, whatever he did, Coping Chung said thank you very much indeed. Makes the 8 and the 9, and he goes back to his chair with a 2-rack cushion, and we'll see you in 2 minutes for the next rack. And we are back. Coping Chung breaking, leading 6-4, 2-rack lead once again in this race to 15. First semi-final coming up later. Michael Feliciano against the man himself, Kakoi Oliver Villafuerte. Good break.
Yeah, the 5 ball just dribbled in the corner pocket.
Or is it good? Is it good? Yes, it is good. 6 ball, of course.
He's got a long shot on the 1 ball, but the 2 balls all the way out in the open there. All he really has to do is just make this 1 ball and slide over to the side rail somewhere. He wants to be either above or below the 2 ball, anywhere. And that's probably the safest place to be. Look at this, straight in the side. The 3 ball will go past the 7.
Yeah, absolutely no problems here. We could be seeing our first 3-rack lead.
It's a little tricky here. He's got to make sure he doesn't hit that 9 ball.
Oh, how
He
well
just
has he played
slid
that?
past it.
How well has he played that?
Now all he's got to do is roll in the 6 ball. It's nice to have shots like this where you don't have to worry about position. Just make the ball. No special English, nothing like that. Just center ball and roll it in. Kind of like that. Unlike Gonzalez, Ko-Ping is not making any mistakes.
Well, the Ko brothers have a purpose-built practice facility, I suppose you'd call it. And they've got 3 tables in it. Now, it's not one each because they're different tables. They've got a 9-foot diamond, they've got a 9-foot Rasson, and they've also got a Rasson Chinese 8-ball table as well.
For a 3-game lead right here. This man's not giving away any racks.
Yeah, it's a little bit worrying, isn't it? Sometimes you go through a whole match and you see a player not make one mistake, not miss a ball, and still lose, right? But he's made 2 glaring errors in this match so far. The miscue on the 6 and then that miss on the 8 ball for Gonzalez. And he can't be giving racks away to somebody of this quality.
Well, there's 3 because he also missed with ball in hand in the first game.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
That's the difference between being ahead and being behind.
3 racks, 3 mistakes. That's the lead. See you soon.
Rack number 12. Can Gonzalez shake off the cobwebs from the last few mistakes he's made? No balls down. Open table to Ko-Ping Chung.
Yeah, not out of it by any means, of course. It's a race to 15, so not quite halfway there. But that 3 rack difference, he doesn't want it getting any more. He needs to win a couple of racks back very, very quickly, and that break's not going to help him. But we do know he's a quality player, and he's beat some quality players to get where he is now. He's beat Aloysius Yap in the first round, Duat Kwong Hong as well, Ignacio. You know, he's beaten some top names, Jay. Needs to beat another one here if he's going to reach the final.
Right here, right now.
Maybe spelt wrong, but he's a top name.
That was the key shot right there. So many racks, that first shot's the key shot where you get in line. And once you get in line, you try to stay in line, meaning an angle to get on the next ball, which he has. Perfect position on the 3 ball. He can get wherever he wants on the 4 ball next. This is a man on a mission. He said, I want to beat all these Filipinos. Nobody else can.
Oh, he's all alone, isn't he?
Yeah.
He hasn't had much help.
That was an amazing statistic you told me right at the beginning of the match. 61 of the 64 players.
Yeah, I was told that. I'm not sure that's right, to be honest. I'm going to check on that. Somebody told me just before I came into the booth, but I'm going to check on that.
61 of the final 64 players were Filipinos. I'm not surprised if it's true.
I think it was 58, actually. I think I might have made a mistake. I think it was 58. Still pretty impressive, right?
Very impressive, very impressive. And I understand that like 68 of the 128 players were Filipinos, is something like that.
Yeah. Large contingent from Vietnam as well.
He's got to go forward. He's got to go all the way down table here for this 7 ball.
What a pure stroke that is. Just caressing the balls around. Little carom into the 9 here.
Yeah, I think he's going to use the 9 here. Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe it looks just inside English. He used the 9 all the way. All the way. Killed that cue ball right there for the 8. straight in.
Yeah, drawing back to the side rail.
I don't think he's going to have any trouble drawing the ball.
Oh, I'm nervous now every time I see a draw shot, to be honest.
Oh, this guy's got such a solid stroke. He makes such clean hits on the cue ball. See that?
Yeah.
That's right where he wanted to be. Straight into the corner.
Knowledge of angles is great, isn't it?
He doubled the score, 8-4. Ko Ping Chung, totally in command of this match right now.
Yeah, just having a little chat about something to the referee. I don't know what he's saying. But it was Gonzalez who had first visit to the table, but it was dry. And just a little glance. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Off that 5 ball. It was pretty routine from here. When he got to the 6 ball, though, played a gorgeous stroke to get from 6 to the 7, and then that lovely little billiard into the 9 that he played, the nice draw shot. And he'll be breaking next, and it's getting just a little bit worrying now for the Filipino. We'll be back after a very short break, guys.
Oh. I like that little spike you got going there. I'm jealous of that one.
It's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
It's my logo, you know, it's on my logo. Go on, Jay, bring us back.
Here we go. Chung to break, excuse me, commanding 8-4 lead, thanks in part to a lot of careless mistakes by Patric Gonzales.
You didn't used to work at immigration, did you? You just called him Ko Ping Ching.
I know. I changed his name.
Oh, that one ball not going in its intended pocket. So, Patric Gonzales coming to the table with a chance. It's a tough one. Probably play safe behind the 4.
He's being a little careful here.
5, sorry.
He didn't get there, though. He did not. That's a failed safety. I think all those errors have kind of accumulated in his mind and affected his thought processes a little bit. It's hard to shake it off, Mark, when you've made several mistakes, and every one of us cost him a game.
Does this go past the 3 ball?
He's looking at it like he's got a pocket.
I think it
or
does.
Maybe. Let's see where he's going. It is. He's got a wide open pocket.
It does. Look at that. What a great shot that is.
It's not getting any easier.
Yeah, okay. He's quite got the position, but it was a great effort, wasn't it? What a to make that ball beautiful.
He's going to have to work hard to win this rack. He's going to stretch way out there, a severe cut shot, and he's got to keep the ball in play for the 3 ball next.
Yeah, he's not sure of it, is he? It's really hard to judge the angle when you're so close to a ball, and there's the result of it. Now then, a chance to redeem himself. Devil Boy needs to start getting a bit devilish.
That was a beautiful shot on the 1 ball there. Much easier here for Patric. Just roll this 2 ball in, let the cue ball drift back and forth across the table, and he will have a shot at the 3. He's all right. He's all right there.
Yeah, now this is a nice shot to let the stroke out. Maybe go 3 rails here, draw it past the
6 ball.
The 6 ball, yeah, in between the 6 and the rail.
I think he wants to only go 2 rails off the end and the side and go straight down table for the 5. I don't think he wants to flirt with the 6. Yeah, kind of like that. Kind of like that. And he did it well. But notice the 8's got some coverage on that 7 ball.
Shake of the head. What does that tell you, Jay?
2 straight. He's 2 straight on this one.
He was straight on an 8 earlier on and tried to force it and missed it. Hasn't got to force this really. Can leave himself a little bit further away from the 6. Just get the cue ball away from the rail.
Put a good draw stroke on that one. Now.
Key shot now. Can he nudge into the 8 ball?
I think he's got to hit these balls to have a shot at the 7. He can't really play position on the 7 where it is, but he can bump either one. He can bump the 7 or the 8 ball and change the layout.
Rearrange the furniture.
Yeah, rearrange. There you go. There you go. And he hit them both.
Just like that.
He
Beautifully played. Great shot.
Now, can he finally complete a rack? He struggled with the last few balls. The last couple times he's got to this point.
Oh, where's he gone? Oh, he's okay. Just well done. Good shot.
You know, I think he was trying to stop below the 9, and he ended up going above it. But he's okay. He's fine.
There you see a nice shot of the black 8 ball and the partially black 9 ball. That's the Aramith black set we're playing with. And coincidentally, it's their 100th anniversary this year, and they've just produced a beautiful centenary set, which I believe are going to go on sale very, very shortly. They've got the number 100 on them. Beautiful on the cue ball.
Finally, he got that rack number 5. He's been working on it for a while. Here we got a little replay. Just a little too much stretch there for Ko.
Yeah, really had to win this rack and played it well, didn't he?
This was a key shot, breaking up the 7 and the 8 like that.
Had a couple of little errors along the way, but he recovered from them. And he would have been very, very relieved when he saw that cue ball going past the 9 ball. He's reduced it to just 3 racks now, but he still trails 8-5 in this race to 15. And we're going to be back shortly with rack number 14.
Back at it. Gonzalez to break, trailing 8 games to 5. Long way to go. Got to get to 15. There's a good break.
Yeah, and it's legal as well. 2 balls past the head string. Made the one in the side. Has he got a shot on the one? How's it looking on the 2 ball? Jay, how's it looking?
He's got a shot, but it's a very severe angle. Let's see. That ball could be cut in down in the corner. And he's got a little bit of a sideboard with the 7 ball. No, he's going to play safe.
Yeah,
he's going to hide the cue ball.
Safe, isn't there, here behind the 7 even.
If you can put it behind the 7, that's the best right there. Woo.
That's behind the 7, okay.
That's called lock 'em up.
There's a little train of balls there, the 9, the 3 and the 7, and he's just added the cue ball to it. Which is why Chung is in this position. Very awkward now.
He wants to go to the side rail right here. This is not easy to aim when you're that close to the rail. Probably hit the bottom of the ball. He hit it. Boy, he hit that ball good.
Oh, nearly made it.
But he's going to give up a shot. He's going to give it. I think the 2 will go in the corner.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
And the safety has paid off for Gonzalez there. Got that nice 3 rack cushion though. But can soon disappear. He's already pulled it back to level once at 5-5. And then Coping Chung.
He's going to run out of time here. He better hurry. He can't get that extension on there. This is a rush shot here.
Well, this is the closest we'd ever seen to a time foul. We've not seen one time foul during this tournament. I mean, they are pretty rare, but they do happen. But we've not seen one, thank goodness.
He's thinking about, do I want to shoot the combination or do I want to bank the 3 all the way up into the 6? It's kind of a big ball for a bank, but I think he's looking at the combination now. 3 into the 7. Got to hit the right side of the 7 there. Oh, no, he did that. He went for the bank because it was a much bigger ball to make. And look, it turned out good. It turned out real good. That's the 4 right above the 3 ball.
It's worth another look, isn't it? Very nice. This one, I love these kind of bank shots. And I'll tell you why, Jay. When you make them, you're standing by the pocket that it's coming into, and you can just stand back and admire your work, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
And really enjoy the moment.
One day I'll tell you a funny story about Cornbread Red shooting that shot.
Well,
But it's not fit for TV.
Ah.
It's an R-rated story about what he said, and I never forgot it.
Can't you clean it up a bit?
No. That one's private between you and me, buddy.
I was going to say,
But you made me think of it. That's all.
well, as long as it's put a smile on your face, we'll
Yeah.
all suffer
Yeah.
in silence.
There was a great hustler, pool hustler in the United States back about 30 or 40 years ago named Cornbread Red, who was quite the character. Meanwhile,
Yeah, that was a nice
Patric
stun
Gon-
run through, wasn't it? That was.
Yeah. He's looking good.
There's the Nineball logo. It's the WNT, the World Nineball Tour from Matchroom. And a lot of the players leaving here are heading. That's their next destination for the European Open, Fulda in Germany. 256 player field, $200,000 prize fund.
For the first time, the professional players have a real tour to participate in with some good prize money. There's guys winning $200,000 and $300,000 a year now.
And it goes, I think Sanchez Ruiz earned $256,000 last year. He had a bumper year, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
I bet he's got the tax man after him, though, Jay.
Yeah, well, you can't duck the taxes.
Yeah, great kick shot, but unfortunately, that's what left Gonzalez in.
Nice to see Patric playing good now. Made a nice run out here.
Yeah, clawing his way back. Devil's showing his horns. Nice run out. And we're going to run out, but not for long. Be back soon. Welcome back, guys. Wherever you're watching around the world, I'm sure we have some listeners and viewers in Chinese Taipei. But I'll tell you what, I know we've got lots in the Philippines as well. But they're not going to be enjoying this as much as they are in Chinese Taipei at the moment. But there's a chance.
Let's see if Patric's got an open shot at this. Ko-Pin Chung is very calm.
He was 8-4 up. It's now 8-6. And if he can do something worthwhile here, he'll be just one behind and he'll be breaking to go level again.
Going rail first at this one. A little bit tricky here. Missed the whole ball.
Missed it altogether.
Yeah.
They are so hard though, because you've got to hit them so thin, haven't you? And that's
He
the risk
needed
you
to-
take.
Yeah, you're right, Mark. He needed to hit it very thin, but you got to make sure you hit the ball.
Ball in hand.
Another
Started
mistake.
with his mistake with the ball in hand. I don't think we're going to see any mistake here with the ball in hand, Jay.
Look at where all these balls are sitting. The 2 is in front of the pocket. The 3 is in front of the pocket.
Was trying to hide, wasn't it, that 2 ball? I couldn't see it. The camera was going down and down and down. Where's the 2 ball? There it is.
Just a little stop shot here.
Yeah. Bit of work to do now. Up to the 4, back for the 5, up for the 6, and back down for the 7, 8, 9.
He showed us with his cue right where he wants to put it. A little left English, roll up pretty much towards the middle of the table.
It's pretty perfect.
Lay it over on that side rail where the 5 ball is. You don't want to be on the rail, though. You want to be off the rail like a couple 3 inches. He's off the rail a good foot, but he's okay. He's close to the ball.
Yeah, anywhere but straight. These players rarely want to be straight on a ball, except for which one, Jay?
The 9 ball. They like to be straight and close. You see, he's got a little bit more angle than he like. He doesn't want to flirt with that side pocket over there. Like that.
He caught that a little bit thick, that 5 ball.
He doesn't have a lot of angle here. And he needs to move that cue ball a little bit to get on the 7.
He loves playing high right, doesn't he? That's the shot he loves, isn't it?
He wants to shoot between the 8 and the 9. Next, and he's going to be there. That's good. That's going to work. That's going to work. A little bit of distance. He'd like to be a foot or 2 closer to the 7, but it's all right.
Yeah, I like that. Just off the rail, though, where you can get your hand on the rail. Cue it nice.
You saw where he put his cue on the table there. That's where he wants to put the cue ball close to where the 7 is now and shoot the 8 down in the corner. Let's see. Kind of like that. Well done.
And for people learning the game and wondering how to improve, a nice little gesture that Ko-Pin Chung did just then. He got down on the shot, wasn't quite happy that he was on the line, and he didn't move while he was down there. He got up and started the process again. Very, very important, guys. Anyone wishing to improve, don't change your mind when you're down. Get up and do it.
Game number 9 on the board for Ko-Pin Chung.
Yeah. 6 away now. And unfortunately for Gonzalez, he's falling down and down and down. Now then, I have a little game that I like to play with the guys that share the booth.
Uh-oh.
You got 30 seconds. We've got to get 1-word answers. How much of our sport is in the head?
50%.
Is pool a sport or a game?
Both.
Triangle, rack or template?
Template.
9-ball or 10-ball?
10 ball.
Best ever American?
Earl Strickland in a tournament.
Best jumper in the world?
Filler.
Best kicker.
Efren.
Nicest attitude around the table.
Niels.
Favourite opponent that you've ever played.
Buddy Hall.
Favourite cue, tip and chalk.
Josie, Tiger, Sniper Q, and Master Chalk.
There we go. Perfect timing.
Did I
In
make
goes the 9. We'll be back for more entertainment after the break.
Here we go. Patric Gonzales trailing by 3 games, 9-6. This is the semifinals of the Sharks International Nineball Open. $15,000 at stake in this match and an opportunity to win the grand prize of $30,000. Consolation prize for the loser of the semifinals, $7,500. So they're well into the money right now. Nothing down. Legal break.
Yeah, we had $100,000 total prize fund. That's $5.5 million in local currency in the Filipino peso. Trying to get over behind that 7 ball. Now the 1's leaked out. Has it? No, it hasn't. He's all right.
A little bit fortunate there. He rushed that shot. He was running out of time.
Yeah.
But I think it worked for him.
Bit of a run there, run of the ball. Now this is awkward.
This
He
is
doesn't want to
awkward.
catch this too thick because he's in the drink. Oh, he's played it very well, but I think it's on into the side past the 8 ball, and it is, look. And he's just got to drop this in, Jay, and he'll be perfect on the 2 ball. He could be getting that 4-rack lead back again.
Once again, the key shot is this opening shot on the 1 ball. All he really needs to do is just roll it in the pocket. These side pockets are very stingy, though.
Yeah, and
We've
that
seen a
clock's
lot.
going to go off again now because it's only a 10-second shot clock, and it's a little bit disconcerting, that beeping. Wow.
Well done.
How well was he hit that? He's got a perfect angle on it as well to draw across the face of the 3 to play it in the same pocket as the 2. 4 ball to the 5. 6 close to the 7, Jay, so that's no problem. And then back down the business end.
He's taking a lot of time here.
I think he's worried about finding the gap between the 9 to get back up the table between the 9 and the 8.
There's an old saying in pool, Mark, think long, think wrong. And I'm not sure. See, all that thinking, and he did not get the angle he wanted.
Yeah, sometimes you can take a little bit too much time, especially when there's no shot clock. You see it a lot then. Players double guessing themselves, you know, oh, he's played this nice.
Nice stroke there. Get
Really
past
nice.
the 7, you'll be all right. He's okay. He's okay. He's
Yeah.
not going to have an easy shot on the 5 after he makes the 4, though, because he's going to be over on the other side. Let's see if he can use a little bit of high right English and let that cue ball come back across the table towards the 5.
Yeah, that 7's a big ball, isn't it?
He did it. He did it. He got over there. But a pretty sharp angle on the 5 ball. And he's got to go back and forth across the table, get underneath the 7, so he's got an open shot at the 6. Unless he wants to come above the 7 ball. Let's see. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. Nothing wrong with this. Yeah. Now he's in good shape.
I thought it might have been a big ball, but he got nicely on that 5, didn't he?
He's going to he's going to load up with right English here. Oh no, is he going to draw that? No, I think inside right. Watch, he's going to the end rail and come above the 7 ball.
Perfection.
He got there. He's good. He's working hard, this rack, but he's doing it. All good now. All he's got to do is draw that cue ball back about a foot or so for the 9.
It hasn't been perfect pinpoint position from Chung in this particular rack, but he's done what he's had to do, and he's got through it. There was a couple of potential banana skins in that rack, but in goes the yellow and black 9 ball.
He's into double figures now. 2/3 of the way there. 10th rack.
Yeah.
That kick shot got him in trouble.
Just needs 5 more now. That was a great shot. As you often say, the first shot is normally the hardest, or the most important as well, obviously. That was a nice shot, wasn't it?
He made several good shots here.
Yeah, this
Even
5
this.
ball good as well.
Even this one.
And there's that lovely shot he plays.
He had to put a lot of juice on the cue ball there.
Wobbled that one slightly, but perfect on the 8 ball.
Yeah, he used the whole pocket a few times, that rack.
In it goes. Out we go. Back soon. Chung breaking. He's 10-6 ahead.
Look at him take a deep breath. He's broke the balls really good in this match. But he's been breaking the balls good since the last couple of matches yesterday. See how solid he hits those balls?
Yeah,
nice result, too.
Nearly forced that 8 ball in as well. How that didn't drop, I don't know. What a great crunching break that was for such a young, wispy, kind of guy. He does get some power, and it just proves it's got nothing to do with build.
It's all the way you go through that cue ball. The 2 ball's not a problem. The problem is the 3. And where did
Slightly awkward cueing though, Jay.
Very awkward.
And look how long he stayed down on that. He knew it wasn't quite accurate. He was hoping it was going to drop. Now then, chance that's got to be taken by Patric Gonzales.
Do you have any idea what he planned to do with the 3 ball? Look where the cue ball is and look where the 3 is. It's like I don't quite get the position
on the
here.
8 maybe. I think he was leaving himself the combo on the 8, Jay.
Maybe.
Where's Gonzalez gone?
He's trying to get below. He wanted to get below this ball.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it?
He's
This
going to have
is
to.
a
He's
tough
going to
shot.
have to shoot that ball in the upper right pocket, and bring that cue ball back and forth for the 4 ball. This is a demanding little shot here. Tough shot, tough position. Well, he played the position, but he missed the shot.
Yeah, it's been that was a tough shot, and he hasn't really had enough table time recently to be in stroke, and it was a tough one.
Not sure what Ko's up to here.
Play it off the back of the... Is he playing the combo this time again? What was in his mind before? Safety, maybe? Yeah, safety.
Hide the cue ball behind the 7.
Keep the
all
pressure
the time. Good safety. Good safety.
Yeah,
This is going to be a hard ball. This is going to be a hard ball for Patric to hit. I mean, he's got to shoot it off the end rail, but look at him. He's cueing right over the top of the 7 ball, which makes it really hard to control the cue ball here. It's 50-50 if he hits it. I don't think he's going to hit it. Yeah, he's going to hit it. He's going to hit it. And he's going to get a rail, but he's going to leave a nice, sweet little 3 ball for Ko.
Yeah, beginning to run away with it. If he can run the table here, Jay, 11-6, you kind of think, oh, is it possible? Alternate break. And to build that lead with an alternate break is pretty good, right? It shows the difference in breaking.
Well, we know what happened here. A lot of errors by Patric has really done him in this match. And yet, to answer your question, a 5-game lead with alternate break, that's a commanding lead.
The argument that rages on and on and on, and probably will till the end of time.
Is he going to try to cut this 5 ball on the side? Let me tell you something. This is no bargain here.
He is, yeah.
It looks like, hey, it's close to the hole, but these pockets, if you touch anything, it's not going in.
He hasn't got to hit it, though, has he? Because 6 ball
Nicely done.
right by.
Nicely done.
That made that shot a whole lot easier, Jay, didn't it? The 6 ball being where it was.
Yeah, he didn't have to worry about the position. He just had to focus on making that ball.
Where's he
Now-
playing the 7?
Well, he's got a couple. He could play the 7 past the 8 using the side rail. Let's see.
He's coming
Let's
short
see.
side. He's coming
he's
short side.
Yeah, he wants to get under it. That was dangerous, what he just tried. That was dangerous. And now,
Well, this is reminiscent of that 2 ball he missed earlier on, isn't it? When he was
Right.
close to it.
these are the hardest cut shots when you're real close to the ball like this.
Yeah, and there you see he's standing well back. And one of the secrets of finding the angle on this is you've got the cue ball, the object ball, and the pocket all in your view at the same time. You have to really step back from it.
Hit
He's
it
in.
good. He hit it good. And he had to be careful. He didn't touch the 8 there. We are playing fouls on all balls.
Yeah, once again, perfect on a unmissable 9 ball. Oh, crashes it in. It's 11-6. Worrying times for Gonzalez.
Ko has just been a lot more steady in this match.
And
This
it
was a
was
good
all
s-
about this, wasn't it? Sorry to interrupt you. All about that shot there, Jay. Smart shot.
That won the game. That won the game for him.
And that may be what was on his mind when he played the 2 ball up to the corner to play the safety afterwards, you know.
Very possibly. I think you're right. I think you're right. That was his plan.
And this 5 ball looked a little bit awkward from one camera angle, but it looked a lot simpler from there. And this was a great shot, getting short side on the 7.
He wanted to go all the way down below it, though, Mark, and shoot the 7 up in the other corner. He fell a little bit short, but he pulled it out anyway.
We'll be back. Can he continue, or is there a comeback on the cards from Speedy Gonzales? We hope so. Welcome back to our first semi-final of the inaugural Sharks International 9-Ball Open. Patric Gonzales breaking off in trouble, and it looks like it's going to be dry once again. The break has eluded him today. Walks back to his chair. The only consolation may be no easy starter on the 1, but he might be in trouble after this shot from Ko Ping Chung.
He might be banking this ball. He could bank a one rail to his left here. Try to hold the cue ball for the 2 next. Like that, kind of like that. He's not going to make it though. Good idea, and it was kind of what we call a two-way shot, because by missing it, he leaves the 1 ball safe. Now Patric, he's looking at this combination. If he kicks it just right, he might be able to make the 9, but I'll tell you what, the cue ball is going to be in danger here. Well, one more opportunity for Ko. He's negotiated way through 2 or 3 tough racks in the last few games that he's won. This is another one where he's got some work to do. He got real close to his work here, but he's got a good angle. He'd like to get down there kind of straight in on the 3 ball here. This takes a good touch. He's going to play position off the 9 ball. Got to be careful with this one. He wants to shoot the 4 up in the corner past the 6. Maybe just hit it soft. Let's see. Oh no, he's drawing.
Oh, what a shot. If he gets past it, that'll do nicely.
He was fortunate there. That could have turned out bad.
Do you know, the more I watch this young man, the more I see how his knowledge is great of these angles that he's using, you know. You often remark when he's pointing where he wants on the rail or on the table, and more or less he's always spot on, isn't he?
This right now looks like a man intent on closing out this match. He knows he's close to the goal line.
Only needs 3 more if he can run the rest of this rack. His opponent needs 9.
He's not wasting any time now, Mark. He's putting those marks on the rail.
Oof.
He wants to be in that finals.
Chung looking at a chunk of change, isn't he?
Rack number 12 going into the books.
Yeah, getting worrying. Now I've got a question for you. Do you know where the term scratch comes from? You know when a player scratches?
Never really thought about it.
The term scratch as applied to pocketing a cue ball, of course, was derived from the penalty assessed for such a foul. In Paul's early days, the score was often kept on a chalkboard. When a player pocketed the cue ball, his opponent scratched a point off the shooter's score. So it was a more severe penalty way back then. Now, of course, it's just ball in hand.
Mark, you are a wealth of information.
Well, I'm a good reader. It's not all in my memory, trust me.
And I thought I knew everything about pool, but I found out I know nothing.
Oh, there's more of them. I've got loads more of them from my web browsing. We'll be back, guys, very, very soon.
Ko-Ping Chung, commanding lead now, 12-6. Look at that intensity. Another good break, but not quite as good as some of the past ones. Got a ball down. He may shoot at this. I mean, he's got a big lead. Why not? Because look where the 3-ball is. If he can manage to roll this 2-ball in, let the cue ball come down table, in all likelihood, he will have a shot at the 3 somewhere.
Yeah, and you mentioned a two-way earlier on, and we have a saying in the snooker world, a shot to nothing. So nothing to lose, you know. He can go for this, probably will get safe. If he misses it, if he gets it, he could have a result as well.
The 8-ball helped him. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Now, do you know why they call that a scratch? I'm just testing that you're listening to me.
Well, because in the old days, you lose everything. You lose your life if you do that. You said it was a much more severe penalty than it is now. Now all you lose is your turn at the table. Before you lost the game, right? Yeah. You had to scratch a mark off the scoreboard. Something like that.
It was exactly that.
Oh, okay.
You passed the test.
Right.
Now, can Patric pass the test? He needs this one. It goes without saying. Well, he needs the next 5 or 6, really.
Well, this looks like a pretty easy rack for him right here.
It's what he needs as well, isn't it, Jay, to get that arm going again, because he hasn't, it must be frozen up a little bit.
He's been sitting in his chair a lot the last 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah, the only good thing about that is the chairs are comfortable. I went and sat in one earlier on. We got them just outside our door here, haven't we? And they're very nice.
When a guy's getting beat on like this, we like to say he's getting the chair. Kind of like getting the electric chair.
I was just going to say, do you know what the penalty for missing in general was a few years ago? The chairs were electrified.
Oh, God.
You beat me to it.
You don't want to get too comfortable in that chair.
Yeah, and good to see.
All he's got to do is put a little draw on this ball and get back. He wants to be close to 9, let me tell you. He doesn't want to be shooting any hard shot here.
Oh, where's he gone? Where's he gone with this?
Oh, my God. He wanted to make sure he could shoot in the side pocket, but he kind of went like about a foot and a half too far.
Devil Boy is looking to the heavens.
He's concentrating on this one. And he
Well
made
done.
it. Finally gets rack number 7 under his belt.
Not coming easy, is it?
That's the first mistake by Ko in a long time.
Yeah, this Rasson that they're playing on is called the Acura, and it was made especially for the Asian market. And the slate which they use on these tables is much thicker than on most other pool tables. And the reason for that is because where they're built, where the home of Rasson is a place called Jiangxi, and it's famous for its slate, and that's where they mine the slate from, and it's what they use on the Rasson tables. We'll be back with more useless information after a very, very short break. Welcome back, guys. 12-7. He's just 3 away from the winning post. And unfortunately, for this man at the table, he's got a mountain to climb.
You know, relating back to what you just said about the Rasson table, I think it's played excellent throughout this tournament. And I'll tell you from my experience, Mark, if there's any problems with the table, you will hear about it from the players. I have not heard one player make one complaint about this table, and that is really unusual for a tournament.
It is rare.
So
yeah,
if they like it, if everybody likes it, that's a big accolade for this table.
Well, you know I love to get around and talk to the players and find any information out that I can. Little snippets for you guys. And the one thing every single pro has said to me who I've asked, how are the tables playing? Do you know what they've said? All the same. Now that's rare as well.
That's good. That's good. Meanwhile, Ko laid down a nice safety here on Patric. Not the easiest ball to hit. Coming off that side rail, going all the way down table to the middle of the table to hit the one. He hit it
Oh, it's a great hit. And it's not too bad, is it?
Well, I don't see any pocket where Coe can make the one ball in. He's going to have to. He's going to take a look at that side pocket, but I don't really think he wants to try to cut that in. Maybe I'm wrong.
Cue ball be going near to the 5 and the 2, so good things can happen here if he can make this, if he can cut it into the side. There's a good chance he's going to run into one of them balls.
He's shooting at it. I think his thought pattern is if he hits it that thin, he can go up and down the table and not touch anything, but this is a tough shot to take on. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, he did miss him.
He hit that ball slow. Perfect. He hit that ball perfect. I am impressed with that shot. Look at this. The cue ball just went up and down one time. Nice shape on the 3.
Everything's working, isn't it? He'll be wishing the final was later on today, I tell you. Because
the man is playing some good pool right now.
We know what this game's like, don't we, Jay? One day you can play like this. The next day it's all gone wrong again.
Well, he played real good yesterday.
Yeah, he's played good all week, hasn't he? Fantastic. Played well in Bucharest as well. A couple of months back. Got to the final of that. Got beat on that occasion by Konrad Jusicin from Poland. There's another great country that produces some great pool players.
I think this year is the first year where he surpassed his older brother in the rankings too.
Well, you've led me into a nice little stat here. If this man at the table can go on and win tomorrow's final, he will go just above his brother in the Matchroom rankings by about £2,000 or dollars. I'm sorry. And I reminded Ko Pin-Yi last night of that, and his expression was good, good. I wonder if they share their prize money between them. What do you reckon, Jay?
Well, they do to a certain extent, I can tell you that much. Not completely, but
they look after each other.
Yeah, if one wins, it's good for all 3 of them. Let's just say that. As Jimmy White would say, 3 bites at the apple.
Yeah, old Jim. Miss Jim.
We love you, Jim. I hope you're watching. One of the greatest pool announcers of all time, Jim White, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
Rack number 13 in the books.
Lucky for Ko.
Closing in
away.
Yeah, he's closing on the goal line now. He looks real comfortable.
Well, I mentioned the term yesterday, serene, calmness around the table, focus, smoothness.
I'll tell you what, Mark, very few players would have cut that one ball in that slow. They would have put a little bit more stroke on it in the attempt to be a little more accurate. He rolled that in like it was a foot from the pocket.
Yeah, even that shot there was just gorgeous. Perfect stroke. And we'll be back. Can he win them 2 more that he needs to become the first finalist in this year's Sharks International Nineball Open?
Mexico to break. Game 21 in this race to 15. Crashes that rack. Here goes the 9. Here goes the 9. Close to the pocket. Balls down everywhere. What's he got? Made the 1 on the side, which is what he wants to do. I thought I saw another ball go down. No, only 1 ball down. Where's that 2 ball? Here we go. Here comes the 9 ball. This is a billiard, I think. This is a billiard. Just come off that 2 ball. If you bump the 9, it's going in. See that? Need a little bit of low English here, I think. He socked it in there. He hit that one hard.
Is he going to have a combo or is he going to be hooked?
It's over.
Oh, he's made the 9.
It's over.
I'm sorry, I was looking at my computer. What did I miss?
He whacked that ball in the pocket. That kind of. He hit the 1 ball. He cut the 1 ball last rack real soft when I thought he hit it hard, and he hit the 9 ball. He whacked the 9 ball when I thought he hit it soft. But anyway, they both worked, and he's on the hill. 1 more rack, and this match is over.
I hope the boss isn't listening. I'll be in real trouble.
See how hard he hit that ball? I'm surprised. I don't think he needed to hit it that hard. Look, he had the cue ball tracking all the way up the table.
Strange shot.
He wasn't taking any chances on hanging it up, that's for sure. When you hit it hard like that, you say, well, I'm either going to make it or knock it away.
He was trying to play the hook just in case he missed it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're going to be back. Can he complete it? We've got Chung on the hill. Gonzalez, though, will be breaking.
Well, Patric has dug himself a really deep hole in this match.
Yeah, he's
Good
got
break.
The ball down.
He's kind of in a desperate position here. Will he try to bank the 2? No, I think he's going to probably come off the top of the 2 ball and try to put the cue ball behind the 3 and the 5 if he can. No, he's trying to bank it. You see him jacking up like that? He's going to try to stiff this ball cross side. And it didn't work. It did not work.
Yeah, and look, he's left the gap as well. Well, 2 goes in the bottom right-hand corner.
He may take a look at this 9 ball. Nah, he's not going to do that. I think the 2 does pass the 5 ball.
It's 8 p.m. in Chinese Taipei, and I'm sure there are plenty of people watching this. Very, very happy.
Yeah, they're in the same time zone as the Philippines. There's some tricky maneuvering here to run this rack. Look what he did with that one. Wow.
They're the kind of shots you see a player practicing in practice, right? Just
Listen,
totally different to do it in this arena.
He's playing with a lot of confidence right now. Going down table with this one? No, he's this. Look at this safety. Look at this safety.
Turning the screw, I think you call that.
The only way Patric can hit this 3-ball is he's going to have to bridge over the top of that 6, hit the side rail, and then make a good hit on the 3. Not so easy to do here, let me tell you.
I'd love to
He could
kick
go
it
behind it.
Yeah.
No, he made a good hit. He did not hide the cue ball, though. Ko has a choice here. I think why not go off? You're ahead 14-7. Try to win the game right here. Make the 3 down in the corner. Shoot the 4 next.
I concur.
That's what he's shooting at it. If he can, he doesn't want to let it. He made a good shot there.
Perfect.
Made a good shot there.
Yeah, Patric Gonzales, you might notice, just put his cue into the claw, as it's called, by
Well,
his
the hard-
table.
Yeah, the hard work's going to be the 7-8. I don't know if the 7 will pass the 8. If not, he's going to have to find a way to break those 2 up. And if he can't, he might just play another safety when he gets to the 7-ball. Let's see. Look at this.
Lovely draggy shot just
See
to
this-
hold it.
See this angle he's got on the 6? It's not a lot of angle. He wanted a little bit more angle than this. He'd like the cue ball to be down there like parallel with the 6-ball because he wants to spin all the way up there and maybe get right into the back of these balls. Let's see. Kind of like that. Well, he's going to hit him. Watch out. Watch out. He's all right.
Does it pass the 8? No, he's got a combo though.
He's got a little bit of an off-angle combo. The 7 is going to go over to the side rail, though, so he can make the 8 tricky little position. Let's see what he can do with this. This is you got to follow this with the cue ball. You got to make sure the cue ball goes over. Let's see.
How well has he
Not
played
bad.
that?
Not bad. Not bad.
7 in the corner. Bounce off the side rail for the 9 in the bottom left, and it will be all over. And it's been a very, very convincing performance. He's going in the side even, look. Wow, he's really feeling it, isn't he? This 9-ball then for a 15-7 victory, and it's just been one of them days for Patric Gonzales, but he's had a great run, and he'll pick up $7,500 for his week's work here, 6 days or 5 days it is. A little salute there to his brothers watching outside this arena.